All right, and now down to our final lab today. We're going to go ahead and take a look at our math lab and then talk to our math mentor. So come along. Hello there, Uriah. How are you?
It's good. I'm fine.
Okay. So this is Uriah, our math mentor. So Uriah, why don't you start by telling us a little bit about yourself, your background, and your experience?
Okay, my name is Uriah R.D.S. and I'm a Bachelor of Science degree holder in geology this December 11. I'm also a sophomore student of the Bishop John Collins Teachers College of the Stella Maris Polytechnic.
Oh, so you are studying at two different places. You have at the University of Liberia, where you graduated with a degree in geology. And then you have another school in a teacher's college, majoring in
education with specialty in mathematics and integrated science.
Oh wow! So okay.
Yes, I've had so many experiences in the sciences, most especially chemistry and mathematics. Basically, for the mathematics, I'm presently serving as a teaching assistant or lecturer at the Stella Maris Polytechnic.
Okay.
Lecture calculus, pre-calculus for the freshmen and sophomore students. And I'm 28 years old presently.
Okay.
So for the essence of our class, with regards to the math, because at IBT here, what we do is we teach the children the practical.
Right.
That is to apply maths. So the 12 graders, we are on set theory.
Okay.
And the application is in relation to the Venn diagram. So what we normally do to make the students understand here at RBT, we make them do the work themselves. Right? We serve as mentors. So they do the work because of the center we're in. The teachers are not the one to do the work because the students are the one that have to learn to apply what they have learned. So here we do the application, and for the Venn diagram, we conduct survey. The essence of the Venn diagram is to conduct survey. That is how it can be used.
Okay.
For example, social scientists, they go out to conduct survey. So for example, students of the Apostolic Foundation were told to conduct survey, and survey of 16 students, as you see, and the 16 represent a universal set. So we use the Venn diagram to represent all the information you are seeing here. And as you look at the Venn diagram here, we have 3 sets.
Right.
And the survey conducted was based on 3 subjects. That is students specializing in biology, chemistry, physics, both biology and chemistry, as you have 2 minus x. The reason you see x here is because it's the intersection of the 3. So now instead we have intersection, we have union, we have complement. Now when we say union, we're talking about the element that belongs to both A and B, the combination of the sets.
So this is a union then?
No, there's the intersection.
The intersection.
That is the element that belongs to the B, C, and P. Now here B represents biologists, biology, chemistry, C. P is for physics.
So this would be all the students who know all 3 subjects?
Yeah, all 3 subjects.
Okay.
And here, 3 minus X represent the students that know only biology.
Okay.
4 minus X represent the students that know only chemistry. And 5 minus X represent the students that know only physics. Then 7 minus X is intersection. That is the intersection between B and P, that is biology and physics. It means the number of students that know both biology and physics. Then 3 minus X is the intersection between C and P, that is chemistry and physics. So it means that the number of students that know both chemistry and physics. Okay. Now, but the question here is, how can this be done? How can I know the number? Because the number of students that know both chemistry, biology, and physics, the X. So to find that, we have a standard formula, or we say idea, which is for the universal set.
Okay.
So the universal set is going to be the sum of all the three sets. So that is whatever we have in here is sum, we add all of them. Whatever value we have must be equal to the universal set,
Right.
16.
And so, right now, normally in here you have up to how many students at one time that you interacting with in here?
Yeah, I've spent, this is my second week here.
Okay.
And for the first class, we had close to 40 students.
Okay.
And today, they did not come in number, but so we can just say approximately 40 students can be in a class. And the students are interesting.
Okay.
They are very interested.
So you are able to engage them for them to ask questions and whatnot.
Yes, of course. Normally we use the Socratic method, that is a method used by Socrates to ask students. He will ask students, when he asks students, and the students will answer the questions. Sometimes the student will ask the question, and then he will ask them questions to answer their questions. So that's the Socratic method. So that's what I use here. That's one of the methods I use for the students to learn, because this method is very useful for the students, help the students to learn a lot. So here I'm using it, and the students, I ask them questions, and then they answer. Sometimes they ask me questions, and then they themselves answer because I asked them the same question in another form. So yeah, that's what we really do here, and they really enjoy it. They can really enjoy the lecture, they enjoy the class here.
Okay.
So basically at IBT for the mathematics, we apply them, and we have more application to do. So this is just the inception, the beginning of the application math in real life.
And how do you make use of, I see you got some textbooks here, how do you make use of these textbooks, or you don't really use them at all?
I use these textbooks.
Okay.
So I look at topics. For example, for like the set we're dealing with, I check in algebra book. I look for the topic set. I look for set in the comprehensive mathematics, in the geometry. Geometry, we're not talking about set in here.
Right.
So I don't use the geometry for set. I use it for trigonometry. Yeah, because we have some trigonometric problems in this geometric book. And the college mathematics is what I use to get extra ideas for the students, better application problems to develop mind and give it to the students. So these books, they are useful because we have a lot of information here for the students and the teacher. So they are useful. They are not just here for formality, but I really make use of them, make reference to topics.
And so I know you just been here for 2 weeks, but what would you say is some of the challenges you are seeing with teaching?
Basically,
or even teaching here at IBT, or teaching in general in Liberia, from you who spent some time teaching at the college level and even now here at the high school level.
Okay, for the high schools that I've been dealing with, now IBT differs from the other high schools in terms of application, because here we apply what we learn. That is what we teach them here, they apply it in real life. Over there, they don't have the labs there. And the administrators are not interested in that. They're only interested in their money. They only want to know whether the students, how many students in class. They don't care whether the students at the place is too much, overcrowded. They don't care about overcrowdedness. All they want is number of students. They just want the number. They don't care whether they are overcrowded. And most interesting about the other schools that I'm talking about, the administrators, they don't really monitor the students' activity, whether the students are following up with the lessons. They don't look at that. All they do is whether the teacher comes to class. If the teacher does not come, they talk about salary deduction. That's what they focus on. But whether the students are catching up with the lessons, whether they are following, they ignore that part of education. And here at IBT, we don't do that. It doesn't work here. The instructors and the students are following up waiting to see where the students are learning and what can be done for the instructor to help the students understand it. What are those necessary materials or tools that are needed for the students to really understand the topics that have been taught.
Right.
Yeah, so that's basically the experience and the challenge. So they made another challenge here. The students is that because they are not used, the students the foundation is not there for most of them. So what I noticed is that catching up with practical work, that is applying maths, give them hard time. So it's like the 1 hour that I have to teach them to make them understand. I have to like explain and explain and explain for them to understand one thing. So at the end of the day, I had to give them work in the class because they have to do work in the class.
Right.
So I had to give them work in the class to do. So I gave them work to take home instead because it can be work. The work I can give is for the class work after teaching. But then I noticed that the time can be gone and they can be complaining about time that they have to go back to the campuses to do their works there. So I can give it to them as take home assignment where they will bring it back to me. We go through them, make them understand them better.
That's a good idea. So, but is there any way to make them still do the work, even though they might have some questions, but to kind of make them do the work, and then the questions generated from the work that they are doing, and you guys can have discussion with however few minutes you guys have left around. I mean, I agree that it's important to also give them the stuff to take home, but sometimes they might get distracted by all the things they have to do home. So I think while the information is so fresh on the mind and you are right here, if they struggle through it, at least within the last 5-10 minutes of class, you can read it, you can address whatever it is, to help them. But that's very good. So the last question is, what do you think we can do to continue to improve? Because math, we've been to all the other labs right now. They all have, different types of equipment and different things. And math is one of those things that is really dry. There's not a whole lot of, shiny things to show to encourage your students. So what can you do to really get them really interested and keep their attention for the hour you have with them?
Like what I normally do for my students is that I give them real life situations. Like for example, like the 10th graders, we are doing a topic called mensuration. That is, we're calculating we're doing a measurement of various shapes. That is plane shapes and solid shapes, 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional shapes. So what I do for them with regard to this topic, bring real life situations. Like for example, it can be like I talk about agriculture. We can use the rectangular. We can use rectangle because rectangle is a 2-dimensional shape. So we can use rectangle to apply agriculture. Yes. So like you want to do animal husbandry, agriculture, for example. You want to take care of your animals. And then what we do is you have to create a fence. But then in order to do your fencing, because there's going to be a fence and another area for the animals to stay within a fence. So it's rectangle within rectangle. So we have a larger rectangle and a smaller rectangle. Now you can just go and just construct it like that when you want to do the building. So you have to do some calculation, mathematical calculation. That's maths. So I bring that idea to them. I bring this particular scenario to them about agriculture, animal husbandry, and then they can get so excited when they hear about it because agriculture, so doing like maths in real life. So I bring it to them and then we'll have to calculate the area of the smaller rectangle, we calculate the area of the larger rectangle. So subtract the area of the smaller rectangle from the area of the larger rectangle to get the space that we need.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you very much, Uriah, for your time.
Yes,
thank you for informing
you
us with what you do here in math, and we do look forward to the results and hopefully getting the student on the right path in time for the regional exams, the WACs, that's going to be coming up. So thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our final tour of IBT. You've seen all of our capabilities, and now we end it with math. So let us know your comments, let us know your feedback. Follow us on Twitter at Inns of Basic Tech. Follow us on Facebook or check out our website, http://instituteofbasictechnology.org. Once again, is www.instituteofbasictechnology.com. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you.